Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's show. For today's guests, we have Larzan. Please, everyone, welcome in Larzan. And today's co-host, PhD Lovely. Welcome in, PhD Lovely. Awesome. Well, Larzan, for anyone who may not know you, introduce yourself to the camera. Let them know a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Larzan. I'm a musician, manager, engineer, to a degree, collaborator, producer. For those who do not know me, based here in Atlanta, go around the Southeast, want to see and travel the world, ideally in a perfect world one day here soon, more likely than not.
Yeah.
Right.
Why are you in Atlanta?
I was born and raised here. This is, for all intents and purposes, like my hometown, and it's always been since like the day I came out. I'm pretty certain in somewhere in Gwinnett. Was in Stone Mountain at one point, but then I don't know. Unfortunately, that area is just not what it once was 2 decades plus ago, et cetera. And then moved to the north side. Been chugging along ever since.
Very nice, very nice. And what got you into music?
Well, I at the end of the day, I think what it is I have I'm one of those people that have that condition where the hairs on their skin stand up. When they hear some really good music, and it gives a certain feeling, a certain vibration that I just can't describe. Yeah, and it's just a high that like a runner's high that I can just go on for days on end, and it's just the best feeling ever.
You an instrumentalist?
Yes, guitar, bass. I have a lap steel and a hammered dulcimer.
Dulcimer, what's that? So
it's like a string instrument that I don't, again, for those in the audience that, want to correct me, if I'm wrong over here, I think
you're wrong. We're wrong all the time.
Yeah, right. No holds barred on the information.
Yeah, this is not an information show inherently.
We were trying to give out financial advice a couple of weeks ago, so.
Yeah, we had someone in the comments that was saying that they lost their home because of us. So
the Huck coin.
Yeah,
apparently it's not doing so good.
Yeah, so they promised me that I was going to get paid out in only Huck coin, and so I told everybody in the audience to.
We're trying to build a bubble.
The bubble.
Yeah, but evidently the rug
pulled the rug under, right?
Yeah. I thought it was a really good deal because they were really cheap, but that was just because the rug pull already happened.
We missed it.
So yeah, some dude sold his house or just backed his whole mortgage on Huck coin, and it fell through. And I shouldn't be. My attorney said I shouldn't be talking about this.
Well, now we have a disclaimer at the beginning.
But we are.
Don't sell your house.
Oh, I haven't been doing that.
I wouldn't.
Oh, your lawyer said you were going to start doing that, but whatever.
Yeah, I know. He told you I was going to do it too, but I don't know. It just seemed a little chunky to have this big disclaimer of don't listen to us for financial advice, because then I don't know how we're going to make money.
That's true. Right? We have yet to make it.
So lap steel versus pedal steel, and let me not say about anything else, but the lap steel is basically like the pedal without the actual pedals, the sheer amount of mechanisms, geometry, wear and tear, etc. It's a lot of them are just doing and not trying to be mislabeling or doing anything crazy like that, but it's all chunks of wood that it's just stood up with a tail and a nut and the strings, whether they're 6, 8. 12, 16, whatever the case may be, and you're just stucking it out with the slide and then your fingers, whether you have the picks on your fingers or not.
SpongeBob sound?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
One of the most iconic country music.
Blues.
Yes, a lot of, surprisingly, a lot of those cartoon sounds from the 40s, 50s, 60s, etc. A lot of the wacky things that you hear, because it's so
expressive.
It's so expressive and haunting. They use the word haunting to describe it. Okay. Because the sustain is just through the roof. The sustain is unimaginable.
Yeah.
And I have a cheap one. I need to get a better one. I was looking at some real pedal steels, but they're the good ones are from the 60s, 70s. are at least probably over like $4 or $5 grand, upwards of 10. Some of them like brand new from the companies are like 20,000 or something insane.
Yeah, these niche instruments, they're so expensive. Like, no wonder they're so niche, because who can afford them other than masters of them? That's cool that you have one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best thing. I want to replace the pickup. Like the piece itself is cool, and then the strings I got for it are cool, but like the pickup is just kind of cheap.
Electric. Interesting.
It's electric.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you can start modding it.
I could.
Ooh.
Most of them are pretty simple.
I'm about to start like trying to level up some of the like older guitars that I have and a bass that I just picked up, and I'm just like, I need to learn a bunch more about like the internal mechanisms that run this thing.
The ground wire versus the lead wire, where it's all being routed to. Some crazy things along those lines, because it's like it could be really simple or it could be really complicated. You know, like most lap steels, like the one that I have, for instance, is just one volume and one tone knob, and that's it. You may be lucky. Like I don't even have a pickup selector because it's just one individual P90
one, right?
soap bar pickup, and that's it. And it's like it'd be different if I had a second pickup or a third pickup, and then it's like then I have the toggle switch, or then I have like some crazy rotary function or something along those lines. You know, it's all such a like I don't want to say it like a finite but also like massive ordeal to think about.
When I first met you, I knew you as a guitar motherfucker. Like I knew you as someone that wanted to like and was recording guitars, bands, stuff like that. So to hear you talking about this, I'm like, yes, absolutely.
Yes. What's your guitar? What's your go-to? Maybe you hopping on an open jam right now, and they're gonna play like 3 different genres. But what's gonna be like your workhorse, baby, gonna work out for you?
It's my 2011 Gibson Les Paul. It's my first electric guitar that I have ever owned, and to this day, like I have a couple like small, unabrasive, uninvasive mods. Because I have some other guitars, for instance, that like I modded to a degree. Like I have a Tele with they're called V-benders. And that's what you use to have like the really smooth country pitches and changes and stuff like that. And then I have a Strat with the squiggly frets, the true temperament.
Oh.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
So I got one of those, and I have like this like mod that you can like pull this knob and twist it, and it has like inherent distortion in the guitar.
Whoa.
Basically, like it's like a power boost buff.
Whoa.
You know, and that's great, but it's like I got those as like having like I have this thing and I have this thing, but my original baby, I'm like I'm not modding it. Like I want to just have it without possibly damaging or doing anything along those lines. So the only 2 things that I have on it are what's called a string butler, and that's because the Gibsons, for instance, Epiphones, etc., guitars that are like that with the specific headstock and the way that they're designed and made, the strings have to travel further from the nut than most other guitars. And what the problem is that leads to like the G string and then thusly the other strings getting out of tune easier than like a Strat or a Tele or something along those lines, where it's like they're in line and the strings are like formatted and pushed in a way where they're going and they don't suffer from the same kind of string intonation problems. So like the string butler, what that does is it feeds the strings through a secondary nut, if you will, and then they go to the actual tuning keys. And it's really great because it's helping the guitar stay in way better tune.
It's that metal piece that goes above the string, right?
Yeah. To a degree. I have that, and then like I just have a little whammy bar that it's like all I had to do is just take out the tailpiece and put in the whammy bar that is both the whammy bar and the tailpiece. So I had no holes having to be driven.
What do you think about Floyd Roses? Like, are you using a Bigsby or a Floyd Rose for that?
It's actually neither.
Okay.
It's Geiger, something like Guyker, I think is the brand, okay. and it's both. So it's like no holes. No having to drill anything whatsoever.
Okay.
Now I have a 7-string that like I have a Floyd Rose, and I do love that. But the trade-off is that it's like, yes, the tuning stability is there, but the problem is that I can't change tunings effectively at all.
Yeah.
Like you gotta change your spring tension and the whole thing if you wanna.
Yes. Yeah. But But the problem is, it's like I could try to change like my bottom E string down to D or something, you know, and it's like that shouldn't be that hard, but it's like you change one string and then the other strings get out of tune, and then you change them, and then it's like you have to keep doing that over and over again. And then by the time that I've changed like one E string down, the bottom E string down to D, and the others are still in the same tuning, my bridge is now like up at an angle.
Yeah, just going to drop D changes the whole thing.
The whole shaboopadoo.
I was really
Shaboopadoo.
I taught myself how to work with my Floyd Rose, and I was really happy when I did that, because I finally was like, I can stop going to other people to do this. Because, you know, I had the first time I tried to do it, I messed it up so bad that I had to go take it to a tech. But that day where I was like, I'm gonna take my time, I'm gonna do this right. That first time where I like really got it, I think it took me about 2-3 hours of messing. It's like, I get it. It's so good. And I get it. And then I realize that my intonation is a little off, and I'm like, need to go
Adjust it again.
Yep. I need to have my strings my springs are straight. I'm going to do this. Or like, oh, now that I've gone and made it whatever tuning, now I'm going to use 3 springs instead of 4. And it was just like just the constant changing.
Constant all the time. It's such a nightmare to deal with. Like the tuning stability and all that's so great, but it's like you can literally only have it in that one tuning, unless you have to start the entire process over.
Yep.
Or you're spending hours, God forbid, trying to just change one little thing, and then it's like, oh, the bridge is up. Oh, the bridge is down. Mm-hmm. Something is definitely off kilter. We're not having a great time over here.
Yeah.
This is crazy. You're not even like a guitar tech. That's like not what like I think. But yeah, your knowledge of this is crazy. I will just melodyne my guitar and just be like, all right, it's a little artifacty. I don't know. I can blame it on it being like hyper poppy.
Yeah. You say hyper pop, send it. No.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Whatevs.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
It's a different way to approach music, I'd say, is like really curating the love of the instrument and the tuning of it. And just like, that is such an art form that just goes like, I don't know, I'll just fucking melodyne it and it will be cool.
Oh wait, it's not intonated? Who cares?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Is this
I got Melodyne Studio. Yeah. Easy.
The plugins, they'll take care of me.
The plugins.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Bro.
Shit.
So, is there anything on the horizon that you're excited for right now, Larzan?
Well, you know, waiting to hear back from a couple of places, but ideally managing one rapper studio whom I will not name.
Yeah.
Out of courtesy, respect, you know, privacy, et cetera, et cetera.
We do things professionally here.
Right.
Sometimes. Buy Hawk 2 a coin.
It's already been pulled. But
it's so cheap.
You can get it for like a 10,000th of a cent, right?
I wonder, does it still exist?
I think it does.
It has to. I think when
What do you
you
mean it has to?
I think when you put a coin on the market, it generally stays.
like
I don't
just stays
think,
forever.
I don't-
No one's invested in it.
Yeah, because I mean, I think because it's a cryptocurrency, I don't think there's technically a floor. You can just put infinite 0.00. It can just infinitely go, from my understanding.
As long as the coin has a, you know, as long as they've
Data center.
well, that but more so along the lines of like them saying like, oh, this is the amount of the coin that we've technically printed on paper and that you can buy up to a certain degree, right? Whether it's like 100 million, 100 billion, a trillion of the coin, or something like crazy where the floor, good God, you know, the ceiling, wherever it could possibly be.
Yeah.
You know, like it's such a weird thing because, you know, having to transfer our money physically to digitally, and then it's like, where does that exist? Where does the space exist? Like, where is my
What
money?
is one?
Yeah, what is one?
Yeah, it's one of those crazy concepts that constantly blows my mind, because anytime you refer to how much money you have in a certain thing, you have to have a point of reference. And what does everybody use? The US dollar. And what are you trying to remove? The US dollar. And it's like, well, then what is one? You ever seen the Rick and Morty thing?
Yeah,
Where
it's
it
just
destroys the entire. Like, so, I don't know.
1 to a 0.
It
You're gonna
turns
nuke it. You're gonna do something crazy. It's like, no, just turn 1 to a 0.
Yeah.
How will you fund the government? Money?
Yeah.
How are you going to pay me? With what money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting time and world that we live inside of actively.
Most definitely. We have screens that I'm using as cameras and lights that are being powered by a screen. Very interesting.
That seems like electricity. That might be a little old world tech, but
But with a screen attached?
Some new world flippage.
Okay,
The same technology that I'm using to put this on the internet is the same technology I'm using to capture the moment.
it's kind of crazy to me that they sold us on a technology that already exists, the phone, and now nobody wants to use it for that purpose, but everybody needs to have the phone.
Right?
That's like an interesting sort of like meta flip inside of itself, where it's
It
like
is.
you need this thing because it is this thing, and it's like no, you just need this thing.
Dude, especially like with these fast food restaurants and everything where you can't order unless you have a smartphone now. You know what I mean?
Real.
It's such hostile architecture and technology. Like I feel so like I think about that all the time. Like how long until people that are impoverished that can't afford technology are unable to eat because they can't purchase food.
It's so crazy. I've gone to so many restaurants, like both here and like Colorado, like Denver, and some other places where it's like I'm not even brought a menu anymore. It's just literally a QR code stamped onto my table. And if my phone's dead, then I feel like I'm kind of screwed,
Right?
You know, in the moment at least.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the question of like how far does it go? Because we're getting to the point of Mr. Elon Musk, whether you love him or hate him, talking about we're gonna reach the singularity, which I don't know if either of y'all know about that, but when AI develops consciousness, he says within the next 3 years, and I'm like, that's going to be one of the craziest turning points possibly in all of human history.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I mean, he thinks no one's gonna work ever, and that we're just gonna have money because the AI will just like propagate the money and then just freely distribute it, which kind of sounds like a pipe dream to me. But I'm not out here developing AI, so I can't.
We don't know any better.
too much of it.
We're just the common folk.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
The common folk. I don't trust billionaires. Hot take. Don't trust them. You got more than.
What about the man? Why am I forgetting his name? But the dude that invented Patreon, he's one of the. He's
Give
one
me,
of the.
give me his.
So, do you know
asset
Scary
cap.
Pockets?
Scary
and,
Pockets.
Well, what's the band? He started out as a YouTube creator. Him and his wife, they Pomplamoose.
I've heard of that.
So
Sounds vaguely.
he's the dude that made Pomplamoose, right? He also has a
It's a
project
hair brand,
called
right?
Scary. No, it's a music project.
Oh.
They would in like early YouTube, they would record themselves while they were tracking in the studio.
Yeah.
So what you were watching was literally the take that you were listening to.
Crazy.
And so they would make a bunch of, they call them video songs or whatever. And that started blowing up a ton. And then he also has a thing called Scary Pockets, which is where they do like funk covers of songs and stuff. But
How do you spell funk?
FUNK.
Okay. Not
Tripping
funk.
me out.
There are a bunch of different
yeah.
funks.
Yeah, like
So
old
not
school.
Brazilian funk.
Yeah, not PH. And so anyway, and through that they ran like a thing where they were gonna give out their album if you donated books to like their school system, and the school system that they ran the thing for literally got so much books they couldn't, like it was like, anyway, they had this massive thing, and that's how he realized that he should create Patreon. And now he's a billionaire. And
Because he's taking a cipher of a penny that anytime you pay a Patreon person.
yeah.
Okay, I don't trust him. Sorry.
See, I disagree. Now I agree with the Bill Burr quote that if you're a billionaire and you have people working for you and they can't pay their rent, maybe you should be a 900 millionaire. You
For
know,
sure.
I agree with that full-heartedly. But someone like him, man, I wish I knew his name off the top of my head. But
You wish you knew Bill Burr's name off the top of your head.
no, the dude with
He's been doing that all week. Let me put it that way.
What?
He's having that thing
Having a
making
thing.
noise.
Dude, yeah, it keeps going. I keep forgetting to turn on Do Not Disturb. So, but anyway, if you're I don't think billionaires are inherently bad because it shows that you're bringing some sort of value. But if
To
you're
yourself, what do you mean you're bringing some sort of inherent value?
well, I mean, what things do you pay money for?
What things do I pay money for? Things that eventually go into a billionaire's pocket.
In some way, shape, or form, because it's all owned. Like we pay for the oil that's thusly married to our dollar because that's what Nixon did in the 70s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we were on the gold standard, and then we had to flip it on its head because of inflation and all these crazy things. And it's like we've been married to oil with our money for forever, and it's like, oh my goodness, we pay for oil that then goes to like countries in the Middle East, who then, like, for instance, Saudi Arabia, who was able to buy like our sophisticated military technology at a discounted rate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's this whole cyclical system where, again, we as the common folk do not know the real true ins and outs of it as much as we would like to believe so, you know, and we are constantly being suppressed because we truly have no like grasp of like what the end goal is, what these billionaires, potentially, you know, trillionaires getting up there and whatnot are wanting to actually do at the end of the day in the decades to come, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm. But still, like, how often?
Trust them.
How often are you spending money on things that just like don't help you?
Well, I don't
Like, for
understand
instance,
what that has to do with being a billionaire.
I'll say like
Get to your
insurance doesn't really help very often. A lot of times they're constantly just trying to not give you money.
Well, that whole system is about you paying, like you being the collected, you paying more than they're gonna have to end up paying.
But like, for instance, with Patreon, he's a billionaire and he has allowed so many people to make money. Like, he's not in a position where the people that got him to be a billionaire can't pay their rent. He has added income into people's lives through his product, which has been super helpful, which to me is why I'm like, well, he's like one of the best billionaires out there because yeah, he has $1 billion, but the product that he made that made him a billionaire made it where more people could get out of the common folk situation.
Yeah, I just
So if
don't
you're-
inherently trust anyone that's living to a degree where they need that many zeros attached to their net worth.
Well, see, and that's the thing. He doesn't need it. You would never know he's a billionaire from looking at him. People don't know. I said he's literally this dude that was making YouTube videos of him making music, and like you would never know he's a billionaire. It's just the pure fact is the thing he made was so helpful.
Same point with Warren Buffett, but like if you own a
I don't
percentage,
know anything about Warren.
Yeah, but if you know one thing about Warren Buffett, he lives in the same town he grew up in. He has a small town, but he owns a percentage of like America's GDP. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, especially when especially when Berkshire Hathaway is I'm pretty certain the single like biggest share of anything that you can buy on the NASDAQ S&P 500, and it's like 300,000 something at least at the moment or more for one share of that, and it's just a massive collection of other shares of things. And again, therein lies the inception of like where what are we paying for? Where is it going at the end of the day?
Yeah.
I mean, to get a little stuck on Warren Buffett.
Okay.
Warren Buffett has made the statement that his secretary pays more in taxes than he does, and that's fucked up, and that's America's fault. But if you spend your entire $1 billion fortune on starting to, lobby the government to make your tax burdens, it's like, oh, you're kind of doing the Spider-Man meme to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Virtue signaling, yeah, we'll let your man live. We'll look into him. We'll be like, hey, we'll hit him up. We'll have him on the pod. And we'll be like, hey, this is what we think you should do with your billions. But until then, I ain't sold on billionaires. Come and change my mind.
Come on the show. Tell Will he shouldn't be a billionaire.
My viewpoints will change a lot when I become
Everything will change. The
I'll
whole
be
script
like,
will be
I
different.
am everything.
Right. But
Will's a
Taxes for
fluid
what,
being.
schools? You want me to educate your kids?
Nah.
That's not my responsibility. I created Patreon.
it's such a crazy and weird thing because it's like you want them to do well. You want to believe that the people at the true top with all that money are doing something right by the world, but you don't know if you can trust it. Just like, for instance, how, at least on paper, us as civilians a few years ago, seeing again Elon talking about, okay, well, if we can solve world hunger with this amount of money, show me. I'll give you the money, but show me how we can do it. And then the World Food Bank couldn't do it. It just fell through. Another like issue of just like, oh, this would be such a fantastic thing, at least like visually, like thinking about it on paper for humanity. Obviously, like one of the, I don't want to say it, like.
From my understanding too, inside of that situation, they also created the number and showed it to him, and just nothing happened with it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's the problem, because it's like you want to solve one of the continue like for millennia since the dawn of man, like a problem that we've had clearly, and or a problem that we've created, and or unfortunately put upon like certain people to then have to bear the burden because they have to suffer. They are the ones that are they don't get food, or whatever the case may be. Water, another growing crisis, unfortunately.
You guys stashing up water in your houses?
No, I haven't been.
No.
A man told me a couple months ago, he's like, hey, start stashing water. You got to have at least 60 days worth in your house.
Oh yeah, clean water is a miracle of the 20th century that people take for granted so much. The fact that we have clean water is in and of itself an absolute blessing that people just completely underestimate. And it's so new to have clean water as readily available as we do, that at some point in the future, there will become a point where this thing that is evidently plentiful will be uber expensive. Get a glass of water. It'll cost like $75, and it'll be crazy because somehow they'll be, like Coca-Cola might be cheaper than clean drinking water because maybe they start throwing chemicals in it that make it where you're drinking dirty water.
Yeah,
and
but
it's
it
like
doesn't kill you.
Doesn't kill. Yeah, and it's like. But it's not like a clean glass of water, which will become just for the rich. I mean, I just find it impossible that there won't be a point in history where that happens, because clean drinking water has been around for such a short time compared to so many things that have been around for longer.
I had like a whole campaign where for a couple weeks, I was asking anyone that was willing to listen to be like, hey, when's the revolution starting? When are we as the normal folk starting this revolution? And
the revolution's now. It started 6 years ago when I started this.
It should have started, but like Omari's point was like, first of all, it's up to you white people to actually fucking spearhead this, not putting it on not white people. And it's like, okay, fair enough. But he was like, the moment that water starts becoming a luxury good, that's when your revolution will start. Like inherently,
that's when it's too late.
Will start to.
I think that's when that's also an indicator that it's too far gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'll have way too much control.
That's why I want to be talking about this right now in 2026. Why are we talking about it? Don't say no to me, bro.
Just get a billionaire on here.
Yeah, we do have to get a billion. I'm gonna show you the dude. I'm so annoyed.
You're on team billionaire. I'm over here.
No, I'm gonna show.
Whoa.
No, I'm just saying.
Not you.
No, I'm gonna show.
I was making eye contact.
No, I think I'm gonna show you, and you're gonna be like, "Holy crap, that dude's a billionaire!" Because you're gonna have seen him before, and you're not even gonna realize that he's the CEO picture. Like, I really think you're gonna see him and go, oh, you're just going to be like, that's just interesting. Your opinion on him is going to change. You're going to be like, you're going to see him for who he is.
Not unless his net worth changes. Like, I don't know, if you can live normally like that, why?
But that's what I'm saying. I think you might have a positive opinion on this guy.
On top of like a pile of gold, then just be like, I'm just a regular guy. It's like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Is like, you're going to see this guy and your opinion on him is going to change, and you're going to realize that he's been a billionaire this whole time, and you're going to be like, why did I not know this?
I don't think, again, like every billionaire is necessarily like maybe on paper inherently evil in what he, she, they, them, whatever may do. But it's the fact of like, how can they really help those under them? How can Jeff Bezos help his Amazon workers who are struggling. They
That's
can't even. I'm told.
breaks.
Yeah, exactly. That was going to be my next point. It's like they're not allowed to take pee breaks, and they have to sneak pissing in a bottle while they're driving because their schedule is so utterly crazy the entire time that they're working, and they're beyond stressed.
Have you seen that video of Jeff Bezos at the Amazon warehouse, and then there's a Amazon worker, and he's like walking through, and the Amazon worker comes up to him, and he's like, "Hey man, like, you know, I appreciate you so much." He's like so grateful to have this job, and Jeff Bezos completely was just like, "Yeah," and just like walked away, like wasn't meeting him at all. And at the same time that this video is going on, it has like a marker and it shows how much money they're making per second, and the dude's like getting like paid, and Jeff Bezos is just like, in the amount of time that Jeff Bezos didn't meet this person who works for him, who is being super like appreciative of him, in the amount of time that interaction happened, Jeff Bezos made like $100,000 or something, or
Like,
tens
even if
of
it's like
thousands.
$1,000.
And the dude next to him made pennies,
Yeah.
and he couldn't. And that guy is the whole reason Jeff Bezos is even making tens of thousands of
No,
dollars.
exploiting that guy is
And
why-
he couldn't even give him the time of day. He couldn't give him
he sees
15
him as
seconds.
subhuman.
Exactly. It was just that video was like, it was crazy. Just to see the numbers while that situation was happening was wild.
I'm excited for you to try and convert me to the first billionaire that I'm like,
I don't think I'm gonna convert you. I just
yeah, this guy,
I just-
this
he's-
billionaire.
he's just the only guy that when I found out he was a billionaire, I was like, oh wow. I mean, in some sense it was kind of inspiring because you would just never I just never would have put two and two together, but it makes sense that you invent Patreon. That's something that's so useful to so many individuals, where now they aren't having to deal with so much major labels, massive Hollywood, government, and instead was able to streamline straight to individuals. When you think about it, it's like, oh, it makes sense that something so useful would turn someone into a billionaire, but it's just like you just wouldn't know. Like I said, but this is the
Still
same.
on Team Electric Car. Like, my point is not anti like innovation. Like, cool. Yeah, Patreon's
Yeah.
an amazing platform.
Right.
Electric cars are good.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't mean I trust billionaires. Those are separate arguments.
True. Just like it's a separate argument. It's like we want to believe that, you know, we're trying to save the planet via electric cars, but again, we're having a separate issue where it's like we're still having to burn coal and other things to provide the electricity to make certain that our electric cars are working in the first place.
All right, well, you're gonna love this. This is the official challenge where whoever gives Will the most money wins
Yes.
and gets to come on to the show. And once we get Will $1 billion,
Yes.
we're going to. Well, I guess he kind of already said he's gonna become
I'm looking at you, Band Lab.
Band
looking
Lab.
at you, Band Lab.
We need donations straight to Will's money, Cash App, Venmo. We need to get
I'm gonna
him.
put my banking
to be-
information in the comments.
But just to be sent to, nothing else.
We're going
Don't
to
do
watch.
anything weird.
We're gonna watch Will punch himself in the face repeatedly until the money dries up and he's no longer a billionaire.
Either that or like I would be down to just like do a boxing match with a billionaire in this room.
And you win and get the money.
No, I could lose too and get the money either way.
I like that. They lose the
Just
money
get a
no
billionaire
matter
to
what.
kick my ass. That's fine.
And you
Right?
get $1 billion as
Yeah.
a result.
I think-
What if
Yeah, I think
I'd
a lot of
watch
people.
that.
A lot of people would be on board with that
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
the crazy thing is that if you box Elon Musk, that'd only be 1% of his net worth, right?
Yeah, he'd be fine. Yeah.
Totally
Insane.
Elon.
fine. Elanius.
Elon, it's time for internet culture. It's time for you to have your boxing moment. You're gonna box this dude and turn him into a self-hating, self-loathing billionaire.
Oh my god, I would have to start hating myself. It'll be
That's what I'm
insane.
saying.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the challenge is for. So once someone starts donating to Will, the challenge has officially started. We need people to directly donate to Will. This is like Team Water for Mr. Beast, except it goes into Will's pockets and the water is going to continue going away and we still won't have water in 20 years.
But you guys can all come to my house because I've got a bunch of water stash for y'all.
Clearly,
Clearly. Until I become a billionaire and then it's all mine.
right.
Do you get a different surname? Do you no longer have just a PhD when you become a billionaire? Are you still just...
Yeah, no, you gotta talk to me. Hello. Yeah.
He just starts
I'm ready to
demanding.
change.
He's gonna learn the name of the show and still be here.
Right, because like
He's a
who's
brilliant.
financing this?
it's,
It's me. It's all on my back. Ugh.
yeah.
It's tough to be a billionaire. You don't know my problems.
All right, so Larzan,
Yeah.
I still don't think we talked about the string.
The hammered dulcimer.
We still haven't talked about the hammer.
We have not. It's been a good hot minute.
Oh,
It
yeah,
had-
kind of got distracted.
We
That's
got
all right.
very
We're
distracted.
doing a light switch.
We're doing a light switch.
It's time. So it's time, and we're turning on the lights. We're going to have you point at the white box plugged up there, and we're going to start talking about this hammer dulcimer. And the question I want to know is there a single billionaire on the planet that is better at playing a hammer dulcimer than you? Or are you better than the billionaires at playing a hammer dulcimer?
I think the billionaires definitely have me because I'm way too rusty for my own good at this very moment.
I know. Is that why we have the color green?
Well, green's my favorite color, and you did a
So it
very good
worked
job
out.
picking that one. Yes, you
Nice.
did. You did.
Wait, can you explain it to me again? You were explaining it to me on the phone, and I was like, oh.
So it's like it's got four sides, but it's kind of like the top is the smallest, and then the sides go at an angle, and the bottom is like the biggest. It's one semi-hollow, hollow, depending on like what you get. Some of them I think are one solid piece of wood, but it's like it's up on multiple bridges. There's like I think there's like 5 going on 4, 5, 6, sometimes more bridges on each side because it's like I think mine's 24 strings.
It's benched, right? Or
Yes.
is it yeah, it's not in your lap. It's benched.
It's basically benched on its own. I
Okay.
mean, you could put it on your lap, but it's kind of large
See.
and bulky and wide and whatnot. And you have these like mallets, but they're not like rubber. They're like just pure pieces of wood. And you're supposed to like strike gently speaking to a degree, not too hard, right?
Yeah.
You strike it. You're supposed to strike it, and the strings will make a certain sound. Has anyone played?
Skyrim?
Yes, Skyrim. That's a perfect
Alright.
example right there, because those famous songs that came from that game
Yeah.
are made with a hammered dulcimer.
Okay.
I think originated somewhere maybe in the Middle East, somewhere definitely not America. God forbid, no. There's just absolutely no way. But
Is it in 12-tone equal temperament?
yes.
Okay. Interesting.
And I think you tune like it came with like a little like jack where it's like it's almost like I can't say a piano necessarily, but it's like posts that you have to twist to then tune the strings, and it's quite fun.
Nice.
It's definitely quite fun, but a major learning curve with the octaves because I think it's in like 3 or 4 octaves, and the strings are spaced differently, and they can get out of tune striking them a little too hard.
Yeah.
For instance, but it's quite fun. It's a very different instrument.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get like brought up with a learning curve as far as a new instrument, a new dot, anything, it's like you get back to the place of problem solving. Like I'm trying to make this thing. How do I get there? Or it's just like, how can I experiment? And that's kind of a beautiful thing, which is like every couple of months or years, whatever, try a new dot, try a new instrument, try and figure out something else, a way to express yourself musically.
I'm learning
Do this
harmonica
thing.
right now. Like trying to really learn. I want to rip a harmonica. I'm
It's
getting
hard.
How many keys do you have?
5.
Okay.
And I'm also really focusing on second position. One day I'll start working on third position, which I'm already like just looking at. I'm like I need to get better at single hole blowing if I want to be able to play third position. But then I'd be able to play in 15 keys basically.
Fire.
Yeah.
I do have in my vehicle, if we can possibly pause the show, I do have in my vehicle an LED guitar that has
Oh.
LEDs on the fretboard. And it's really more of a learning instrument, but I can change via an app on my phone the keys, chords, structures, and then the lights will change too.
How deep does that go?
It goes
Because like I really enjoy playing a bunch of gypsy jazz stuff. Am I going to be able to pull up an Arabic scale on there?
It does harmonic minor.
Okay, that's a little different from Arabic, but yeah.
Yes, this is true. I just know, for instance, like melodic minor, harmonic minor,
Yeah.
natural minor,
Blues,
like
blues
yes,
scale.
blues. And the lights are like go up and down, do some
Nice.
fun looking things.
That's cool. I could see that working out really cool for a show. Can you have it where it's not a scale and it's just like
Yes, it's the lights are just going. They're doing
it just
their own
says
thing.
donate and then it has your Cash App and it's just constantly going.
One day.
One day.
I think we're only one step away from that one day. One day
Yeah.
here soon.
Very cool.
You guys keep on bringing up things that I can't even fully fathom in my mind.
Well, that's the thing. You don't have to fathom
The
it.
dulcimer, I'm still not quite all the way there.
That's fine. But my guitar, I'm saying, I so happen to have it with me in my truck right now at this very moment. We can pause the show.
Are we whipping it out?
We'll cut it and we'll take it out there and we'll get it going out there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. I dig it. Unless you want to bring it
Billionaires.
into the room.
I'm down to bring it into the room. And we're back.
Dang, that thing's
Yes.
beautiful.
As a guitar, I think everything's pretty cool. I got it surprisingly, like, they're not really that expensive. The one thing though is like when the lights come on, what I've come to realize is that like there's noise from the micro clock or whatever, like feeding into the pickups, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it's like it's better to record something when it's not lit up. But
Visually wild.
visually wild, because like this will be a thing. Like there's multiple modes that I can select on my phone.
Oh yeah.
Slowly but assuredly changing from red to orange to yellow to we're getting to my favorite color, green. In the room. It can like I think it'll follow like the sound of things too.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's good.
Very nice.
On the grand schemes of things I thought I would see today, this is not on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So it goes, yep, right there. It's a little out of tune too, I think. There's a built-in tuner.
I was gonna say, I imagine if you had this much tech in your neck, you probably know how to tune.
Okay, back to the fun stuff. So like I can select, so like standard C, second inversion, third inversion,
Oh, yeah.
fourth inversion,
Very cool.
fifth inversion.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's one thing. But then like I can do like an arpeggio up here. That's another thing. Or for instance, I can go to the scales.
Mm-hmm.
So like standard C major scale, all the reds are the roots.
Mhm.
Oh,
and the
so your
blues.
opens are by the nut.
Yes.
And then yeah, all your reds are C. Nice.
Right. I can do like the first range, move it on up, or for instance, standard C major, or
I feel like this is way more useful for someone like me that's kind of just like a bullshit guitarist.
C harmonic minor.
Mm-hmm. Very
For
nice.
instance, pentatonic blues.
Yeah.
Type shit. And I got this because I was like, man, I think I just need a better visual representation, because it's like I look on paper, I think about it in my head. I'm like, but if I change the tuning, if I do this one thing, if I think about it in another context, I'm like, it's clearly and definitively something else than what I'm trying to think about it in my mind at the time, because I'm like, I've got to culminate the knowledge and like size it, put it together, tighten it all up, and get me back on a better path.
Yeah.
It's a fun way to play with it.
Sure, dude. Yeah, I'd love to mess around with it. Yeah, tell me what key and put it in it.
Well, what do we want a key? Do we want a specific key?
Anything, whatever your favorite is.
Whatever my
See.
favorite is.
Yeah.
Your boy over here is a fan of the Locrian.
Locrian. Okay, so we're in C. Yeah.
Yes, C Locrian. The most, Well, at least for a very exceedingly long time, up until only like the last 30, 40, 50 years going on, you know, like low cricket just being the single most unused mode, especially for major mainstream hits in music.
Yeah, Avenged Sevenfold use a good bit of this, because we're basically in C sharp, but
Yes. Yes. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
very cool.
And then we could go over to harmonic minor.
Harmonic minor.
With some what are the words? The substitutes, the accidentals,
Right.
et cetera, in there.
Yeah, that gypsy jazz goes on. All that stuff. Yeah, this thing feels cool. I like it, and I like the ooh, what is this neck pickup?
Oh, that is a hot rail, if I'm not mistaken. But except it's passive. It's not active, not powered via a battery. Though the neck is powered with LED lights via a battery that I have to recharge, and I think it has like a 6-hour lifespan until I have to recharge it or something along those lines.
Very nice. I like the little logo there too. It's
Right,
beautiful.
That's how you know when you're connected.
Dude.
And yeah,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
quite fun. Get it for like $600 from their website. That was on Kickstarter.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that it was like only $500.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was actually on sale, I think, for a little less than $500 a couple months ago. But
Nice.
black, white, and a carbon fiber, I think, acoustic version. Yeah, these are the rails. You know, it's got a 5-way, 1 volume, 1 tone. Turn it on and off, I think, via switch. Yeah.
I like
Boom.
that. That's cool.
Boom.
Oh,
Another
yeah.
mode. Another mode. Just press
Being
it.
sexy.
Just
Yeah.
being sexy. Some cool shit.
Dude, thanks for bringing a toy onto the show. First
course.
toy.
Yeah.
First
dude.
toy.
Very
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Dude, thanks for coming on, Larson.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Yeah, excited to continue talking. And anyone in the Atlanta area that's looking for a lap steel player, looking for some engineering, it's like this is a guy to go to.
Hell yeah. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Most
Email.
definitely.
Email, phone number. What can I give?
You can give whatever you want.
Whatever you want. It's going to the world though.
Let's go into the world though. Okay. Maybe
Give it IG, as I would say.
the IG is always safe
Yeah, for the most part.
for the most part.
The Instagram algorithm throws your account to random people anyway. So
This is true. This has facts. If you want to follow me on IG and message me, Larzan, Larzan, Lee, Leeh,
awesome.
at Larzan Lee.
You can give him my phone number. I'll just pass all the calls right to you.
Yeah.
Full manager.
Full manager.
type.
Yeah.
Manager of the managers, stars to the stars, you know.
Yeah, Will's 2-factor. Who actually that's what the winner of the Will Billionaire competition gets, is they get Will's phone number that he uses for all his 2-factor authentication. So get the money sending.
Once
And
again,
we gotta make him a
banking
billionaire.
information down below.
Banking information, yeah. Direct deposits only.
He'll be more than elated to be punched in the face by a billionaire so that he can also thus
Then
become
be a
a billionaire himself.
You hear this, Elon Musk?
Right?
Elon, I'm looking for you, big dog.
Come on, you know you got it. You're good
You
for
got
it,
it,
baby.
dude.
Come on,
Big
baby.
bone,
You
big
know,
bone.
Elon is. Come on, guys.
Sweet. Well, thank you again, Larson.
Thanks for having me.
Most definitely. Very nice.